Anxiety is one of the most common mental health disorders among children and adolescents. In the United States alone, 7% of children ages 3 to 17 have a diagnosed anxiety disorder. That could be especially troubling for children who are still managing being away from their peers this summer due to COVID-19.
But there is something that parents can do to help ease the onset of anxiety. Many mental health experts consider reading to children. Not a bad idea. Author Christina Sicard has written a book called Harmony that tells a unique story about relocating and adapting to the times that resonate with kids. Good morning, Christina. Thank you so much for joining us.
Good morning. Thank you for having me today.
So just tell us a little bit more about your book, Harmony.
So Harmony the llama, it's based on a real llama that I met here in Ohio, and he is not understanding how in the world he could be so far away from his llama family in Peru. So I know a lot of us now with quarantine and with everything that's happening and the pain that we're feeling, we feel that. We feel what Harmony feels in the story. So it's a beautiful children's book about reflecting on the good in our lives.
So the story is about immigration and you have firsthand experience with that. Just tell us a little bit more about your story.
Yeah, thanks. So my family is from Dominican Republic. So I grew up in Canton, Ohio, and I wondered, just like Harmony, how is it possible that I got stuck here? And I know that a lot of immigrant families can feel that as well when they move here. It's just so hard to find a home in the beginning, especially. And so Harmony has no clue how he ended up in this farm in some random place in Ohio. And so he's going around figuring out the good that's there on just alone in his home. So I felt that strongly over the years, was trying to find those good things here.
I think that's interesting how you're able to connect your story with immigration and bring it to life in this book with Harmony. So how do you feel this book could help children cope with COVID-19?
Actually, fun fact real quick about COVID is that llamas, they may have antibodies that could save us from the coronavirus, help with the vaccine. So that's amazing news. The other thing too is that when children read this, children and parents alike, it makes them realize, okay, things are really tough right now. They have been, and reflecting on their circumstances, but realizing the simple things in life. So it's a simple story, but its message is really powerful, and families can really take away all the messages that come with the story.
I feel like children's books can be so impactful. I think of the books that I read as a kid and how it really helped me to grow up. So what got you interested in writing children's books?
I would say having that family away in Dominican Republic, feeling so alone here in my hometown, all of a sudden I realized, okay, I'm really confused speaking English and Spanish at the same time. What can I contribute to society? And so when I was young, I realized, okay, I'm not the best reader, but I can write. And so I worked really hard to make that writing better. And finally, when I could understand that reading, I just combined the two. So it started from a young age, but I definitely believe in taking the things that happen in our life and writing these incredible stories that can connect to other people. It's really special for me.
Have you had a chance actually to read your book to kids actually dealing with COVID-19? And if so, what was their reaction?
Yeah, so I've done a lot of Instagram lives, and they have absolutely fallen in love with this character just because they can relate to him. He's so grumpy at the beginning, and we all feel that at some point in our lives. And then they love the illustrations, and they love that it's based on a real llama and his real owner. So they've had a really fun time with it, and yeah, they just think it's really fun. He's a fun guy.
So how long was this process from like you having the idea to do this book to the book actually being published?
Yes, it's a long process. People think, oh, children's books, okay. But it takes a long time. It probably took about 2 years to finally get this completed. And my next book is coming out soon. It's about an anxious sloth named Sabana the sloth, who lives in Peru. So that one also talks about mental health, and that is specific for people dealing with anxiety and opening up that conversation.
That's great.
I like how you're using everyday events to kind of help translate this message to kids. So kind of speak on that. How has that inspired you to kind of help these kids fully understand adult issues, I would say?
Yeah, I mean, it even goes back to school. I did not always find school so easy. I did not find people that I could connect with, culturally speaking. So I just felt so alone. in that sense. So be able to helping kids just starting in their own homes and at school through books is just so powerful. So like I said, I feel so great doing it. And I just love when they come up to me and they're huggable and they're like, oh, we love llamas, but they can also say, wow, that llama was really courageous for reflecting on his life. That's something that I can do on a daily basis.
All right, so where can we find your books and more information about you?
Yes, go to ChristinaSicardAuthor.com. There you will find all the information needed, and Harmony can be found on Amazon and Barnes & Noble and Target online. It's also nominated for an Author Academy Award, so that would be great if you head over to my website again, Christina Sicard Author, to give Harmony a vote for that.
Definitely. Thank you so much for speaking with us, and we cannot wait to read more about Harmony.
Yes.
Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it.